Normally our videos take place in the woods, daylight, down in the swamp, up in a tree. Not this one. And this one wasn't planned, I'm telling you folks. This one come out of left field. So it's about 1:50 in the morning. I'm out here in the middle of 1,000 acres trapping hogs, my other job. And got a beautiful full moon, 44 degrees, so I'm a little cranky, it's a little cool. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and then I'll tell you why we decided to do a video out of nowhere. And we probably gonna go ahead and just post it up, man. I mean, just let it rip. About a year ago, I took a combat vet out trapping hogs, and I met him. Doesn't matter how I met him, just met him. And said he'd like to go one night. So me and the oldest boy took him. For a lot of our veterans, they come back, the enemy's not in front of them, it's in them. And it was good to get him in the woods and get him in the fields and put a rifle in his hand. And when it was all said and done, he was like, man, it didn't have nothing to do with killing. Nothing to do with killing. I said, you're right, it didn't. It's just about being with a brother he didn't know. It wasn't a heavy lift. We didn't talk about a bunch of junk. We just showed him the love, not to hate. You know, my son asked him questions, valid questions, and he answered them. We treated him like a person, not somebody with a bunch of suitcases dragging behind him. Once I figured out his story and I learned his story, I was moved by it. It's a hard story. A lot of people have hard stories, but his grandfather was really like his anchor, and he was a combat vet, so he was looking after his grandpa, getting up there in age, you know, starting to decline. So I took a USMC keychain with a St. Michael medal on the back. I punched 2 holes through it at 100 yards. I gave it to him. And I said, 1 hole's for you and 1 for your grandpa. And I said, when your grandpa goes, the keychain's yours. Right now, y'all gonna share it. So I'm easing up to this trap. 1:30 in the morning, and I get a text with a picture of his hand holding that keychain. And his grandpa's been going downhill pretty quick. I was like, man, 1:30 in the morning, this boy's up sending me a picture of a keychain. You know, it can only mean one thing. So I sent him a picture of what I'm doing out here with these hogs. And then I texted him and I said, did he punch out? And he said he did. He's finally at peace. And that's some good junk right there, man. You know, not bragging. I don't want you to think I'm bragging. It's just funny the goofy junk that you can do that means so much to people. And it can be goofy, but it's from the heart. So I'm gonna show you the text. I grabbed my other phone. Now I did a screenshot of it because I want to protect his name. He probably don't give a damn, but got to do it. So there's the keychain. I sent him a little video of the hog. And then I said, did he punch out? He did. He is finally at peace. So this wasn't a thought out video. I probably won't even run it by the barber, aka Heather, my my helper, man. But I want him to see the video. That's what I really want. That's the audience I'm looking for. You know, if you stick your neck out, pour your heart out, it's amazing the return that comes. You know what I mean? 1:30 in the morning. I can picture it right here, right? He's sitting right next to his grandfather. He just took his last breath. and he sends me that. You know, that's the kind of junk we all got to be doing, man. Reaching out to folks. You know, opening them hearts up. Feeling the love. Again, we ain't selling nothing out here. I'm freezing my butt off. I got more work to do on the other side of this camera. I still got to walk a half mile back to get my four-wheeler. But I'm taking time to do this. Why? I just wanted to tap somebody out there in the world, man. Somebody out there that's struggling. Somebody that I don't know that doesn't have a shot keychain or a quarter or anything. So if this video works for you, man, share it. Just share it. That's all we ask. Spread it. So anyway, who am I? Oh man, I gotta show you her. She's so pretty. All right, so back to it. I'm sorry, I love the moon. Who am I? I'm a guy that's really, really glad he invited one of our own into my little small world, and that we took the time to show him our small world. Man, I'm so damn glad I squatted down behind that rifle, laid that up against my face, stock, drilled that keychain twice. I'm glad I did that. Because we never know the little goofy junk we do, how much it's going to mean to somebody. So yeah, that's who I am. I'm glad I made that effort. And maybe I'll be super glad I did this video. So with that being said, y'all have a great morning. But I got to get back to work. Because if I don't get home soon, my bride's going to think I got ate by a hog. And she's going to be hitting Live 360 to figure out where I'm at and why all this equipment ain't moving. She keeps track of me. So, hey guys, appreciate the support. And think of that boy that lost his anchor. Maybe that keychain will be some form of an anchor. Y'all have a good morning. Well, man, this is a little bit different for some of you. We done crossed over for our hog videos on YouTube. We usually start the videos off right here in the shop and end them right here. But anyway, for Roadmap, that's not typically how we do it. It's 4:30 in the morning. It's been a long night, long day. And this is a little bit of a twist, right? We wrapped up the video out there on that 1,000-acre track. And I was coming home, and that boy that lost his grandpa called. So that was just like the icing on the cake. And I pulled over on the side of the road, and we just talked. We didn't talk about anything, just talked. And so I wanted to pass that on. So I got permission from him to use a picture of him and his grandpa holding that, 2-hole punched Marine Corps keychain. And so we're gonna tag it on to the back of this video, and y'all can take that little ride with us. So who am I today? Part 2. Man, I am a guy that's really, really glad that he took the time, the effort, the thought, put 2 holes in a keychain and pass it on to a guy that he kind of knew. And when his anchor went off, who knows? Like I said, goofy junk you do means something to some people when we don't realize it. So what's the moral to the story? I don't know, man. Go with your gut and do goofy junk, and hopefully it'll work for somebody. So that being said, this is the end of it. I'm War Slick. Time to eat some yogurts, punch down a few blueberries, and rub the baby's belly, and hit the sack jack. So anyway, hope y'all enjoy the video. I'm gonna hit the big red button with this finger.